Welcome to Zoom TV, the show about everything that flies, drives and floats. Let's find out what the team's got lined up for you today.
Well, it was way back in 1934 when Ford built their first Ute. Well, today I'm going to see how far they've progressed.
Everybody has a way of expressing themselves, and today I look at a car that screams individuality, the new Kia Soul.
It's always pretty exciting when a new car is not only designed in Australia, but built here as well. Today, we'll take a look at the all-new Australian Series 2 Holden Cruze. The new engines transform the Cruze from an average drive into one that's far more rewarding. This is a very impressive drive.
And I check out the much anticipated Lexus CT 200H. But first, I meet some interesting motoring enthusiasts at the WA Whiteman Park Motoring Museum. Today I have a very special double dose of Zoomaholics for you. First, I'm going to introduce you to a classic 1953 TD MG, and then I'm going to take you for a spin in a beautifully restored, awesome Italian beast. I'm now joined by John Bennington and his amazing 1953 MG TD. John, this car is beautiful. Tell us about it. How long have you had it?
I've had it for 6 to 7 years. And in that time, I've rebuilt quite a bit of it. She's been around quite a bit. It's just enjoyable car to drive.
You're lucky, you're like me, you've got a shaved head, so you can get out there in the convertible whenever you want.
Yeah, well, I mean, the wind sweeps past much quicker.
MG's T-Series, along with the later MGB of the 60s and 70s, were the classic shape that became synonymous with MG. The goal of MG was to make a sports car more affordable for the average person. Most people may not know that MG actually stands for Morris Garage, which originally was a motor vehicle repair shop. So how did you come about getting it?
Well, this one, I've owned a couple of MGs before, and I was just looking for an older one, and this is a particularly interesting model, and there weren't too many around, and I actually had to go to Victoria to pick this up.
The MG brand was in continuous use except for the years of the Second World War for 56 years. And to this day, John still uses his MG to get to and from the Motor Museum each and every week, driving it leisurely all the way from 2J. He told me it never misses a beat. The Japanese have a concept defined by a single word. That word really has no direct English equivalent, and that word is Kaizen, and it means continuous improvement. And this addiction to perfection spawned Lexus, known worldwide for their stunning vehicles, privileged customer service, and of course, attention to detail. And this is their latest work of art, the all-new Lexus CT 200H. Designed for those of us who want more from our cars than simply a means of transport. The CT 200H allows you to change its overall feel and driving settings without changing cars. Lexus call it 2 moods, 2 modes. If you feel calm and just want to submerge into luxury, then you're delivered the best, most comfortable driving, helped by calming blue illumination in the dash. And when you really want to drive, you just flick it to sports mode and the CT 200H stands to attention. Evil red illuminates the dash and you're delivered the feeling and the response of a true sports car. A car that drives and handles like the CT 200H must be bad on the environment and drink fuel like an elite sports person guzzles water. But no, the CT 200H is propelled by Lexus hybrid technology. A highly sophisticated, state-of-the-art, low-emission 1.8-litre Atkins cycle engine which is powered by petrol and supplemented by electric power from a high-output motor generator. The Lexus hybrid technology gives you an amazing 4.1 litres per 100 k's, and this is how it works. You see, getting the car moving is where a lot of petrol is wasted, so the CT200H uses the electric motor to do this. Now, once it's up and running, the petrol engine takes over, and when you require more torque or more power, the electric motor is used to supplement the petrol engine. Therefore, you use less petrol instead of more. For your safety, you get 8 airbags, rain-sensing wipers, traction control, EBD, anti-skid brakes, vehicle stability control, radar active cruise control, rear view camera, hill start and brake assist. And for your sensors, you get electric windows, sunroof, power steering, full leather seats, heated front seats, dual climate control, proximity keyless entry and keyless start. What is radar active cruise control? Well, listen up and I'll tell you. What you do is you set the speed you want to cruise at and the distance you want between you and the cars in front of you. And when you get within that distance, or if someone pulls in front of you within the distance, the car will automatically slow down. It'll even apply the brakes if required. David, how do you find the CT200H has been received?
It's been received really well, Aaron. It's an affordable car, it's the world's first luxury hybrid hatch, and it's certainly brought a lot more people into the showroom to see this new technology.
You can use the Lexus remote touch control, which is more like a fancy computer mouse, to interact comfortably with the 7-inch LCD screen and control the sat-nav, your Bluetooth phone, audio controls, or even your maintenance schedules. The CT200H is powerful yet economical. It's very comfortable yet highly responsive. It's highly intelligent and at the same time extremely practical. It really is a very moody car. Now that said, it's perfect for us Aussies because let's face it, us Aussies, we're a very moody breed. To get in touch with your emotions, check out zoomtv.com.au and follow the links to the moody Lexus CT200H.
It's not just a small car, it's the only small car designed and built in Australia. It's the all-new Series 2 Holden Cruze, and we'll take a look at it after the break here on Zoom TV. There's always a little bit of excitement when a new Holden rolls off the South Australian production line. And in the case of the new Series 2 Cruze, there was more than just a little bit of excitement. We're taking a look at it at Melville Holden. The new Series 2 will no doubt build on the success of the original, which was a showroom winner. And the fact that this one is all Australian made is a further bonus. Holden says the Cruze is a small car, but the nice reality is that it's close in size internally to a Commodore from the 1980s, which bumps it up closer to mid-size. The brief from Holden on the new model was simple. Don't screw up the current design. And they haven't. The changes to the exterior of the new Series 2 are minimal. The big news is with the choice of new engines and new models, like the sporty SRI. A large piece of the puzzle that was missing in the first Series Cruze has found its way under the bonnet in the form of the new engines. The expanded lineup now offers a reworked version of the 1.8-litre petrol 4-cylinder, all-new 1.4-litre turbocharged petrol 4-cylinder, and a new double overhead cam 2-litre turbo diesel 4-cylinder with new 6-speed manual and automatic transmissions. The new engines transform the Cruze from an average drive into one that's far more rewarding. The old Cruze looked great, but when you put the key in the ignition and turned it on, it was perhaps a tad disappointing. Well, that's no longer the case. This is a very impressive drive. Right, let's have a look at the things we need to know. Space-wise, the Cruze is amongst the best in the category. It might look the same on the outside, but it's inside that you'll find the biggest changes. Fire up the new engine in this SRI and there's barely any noise. It comes standard with air conditioning, power windows, electric mirrors, 6-speaker audio system that's iPod compatible, 6 airbags, electronic stability control, traction control, anti-lock brakes with brake assist and electronic brake force distribution, auto on headlamps and steering wheel controls for audio and cruise control. Of course, there's leather trim, reversing sensors, and the new super sporty SRI ups the ante with a discreet deck lid spoiler, unique design alloy wheels, and some tweaks to the front and rear bumpers. The Cruze always felt capable when cornering, but the new Series 2 can hold its head up even amongst the best of the Europeans. It really is that good. The bottom line? We like this new Holden, the only small car designed and built in Australia. The package rounds off nicely with a 5-star ANCAP safety rating, so you're in very good hands. Here's David Sloss from Melville Holden. So Dave, this is quite a car, yeah?
Yeah, this is Holden's brand new Series 2 Cruze. It's got all Holden's new design and technology. It's a great little car packed with features, and basically every time we go for a drive we find a new owner.
And it's got lots of go fast stripes.
It sure does.
Yes. See the entire Holden Cruze Series 2 range at Melville Motors or follow the links from zoomtv.com.au.
Coming up, I'll be road testing a truly matured Aussie icon. That's next on Zoom TV. In 1934, Ford Australia built a Ute with an enclosed passenger compartment. It was designed by Lewis T. Brandt and was the first for Australia and indeed the world. Well, times have changed, but the need for a motor vehicle with carrying capacity hasn't, and the Ford Motor Company has progressed Lewis Brandt's idea through the decades. Today we feature the XR6 Sports Ute, a 4-litre inline engine with a choice of standard injection or one with a turbo strapped on, which gives a whopping 270 kilowatts. The XR6 also comes as a cab chassis, which allows you the freedom to design your own rear tray. Of course, airbags, keyless entry and dynamic stability control are just some of the standard features. This Ute has the all-new virtual pivot control link front suspension and monotube shockers for improved handling. And I must say, it is quite a nice thing to drive, and with plenty of power on tap, it's some jigger. Ute by name, but not necessarily by nature. Today's versions are not only a farmer's workhorse, but they're an everyday means of transport. So they look as good as they feel, but more importantly, they go as good as they look. These stylish Utes come in 12 vibrant colours with a selection of variable trim colours to personalise your ride. Front on, there's fog lamps, headlamps and a stylish bumper, and alloy wheels add to that attraction. The XR6 is available in 6-speed auto or in a 6-speed manual, and they all have the carrying capacity of 1.2 tonne and a towing capacity of 2,300 kilos. Great for towing a ski boat or a jet ski. Ford Australia's president, Bill Osborne, said the FG Falcon Ute offered no compromise on performance and functionality, with the ideal mix of truck-like capability and car-like comfort, drivability and safety. Tell you what, I'd have to agree with him on that. Inside, the stylishness continues. The seat has a 4-way power-controlled adjustment, and that is located in a well-designed interactive cockpit. Automatic climate control and an eye-catching modern instrument panel with most controls on the steering wheel means there's really no need to take your eyes off the road. There's also something called HMI, Human Machine Interface, which is a screen in the centre of the dash which allows you to monitor exactly what is happening to all components of the car at all times. So why not test drive one of these awesome Utes today? Just drop into John Hughes Park Ford, or for more info, click on to zoomtv.com.au.
I'm now with the owner and restorer of this beautiful 1974 308 GT4 Ferrari. John Withers. John, your car looks beautiful, but the truth is, hasn't always looked beautiful, has it?
No, she started life when I purchased her about 5 years ago as a wreck, and I've spent the last few years getting her back into the condition you see her now.
And she looks amazing now, but let's see how she drives.
Yeah,
let's
no
jump
problem.
in and go for a spin. John admits that the Ferrari wasn't his first car of choice. His ownership of the GT4 Dino was a result of him saving it from a sure death. John was more invested in the restoration process rather than the car itself. He compares it to an animal lover nursing a sick animal back to health. The 1974 GT4 308 Dino has the first of the V8 mid-mounted engines and looks beautiful in the classic Ferrari red. Ferraris are famous for their striking looks, elegant design, and of course, the heart of the Ferrari, the engine, which possesses the famous aggressive tune which penetrates every inch of your body. I don't care who you are, you will not be able to hide the smile a Ferrari gives you simply by sitting in one. John, I was really impressed with the way it handles and drives. And how bad was she originally?
Oh, she was very bad, and I've had to restore nearly everything, including the engine and the interior. Yes, it's just taken such a long time to get her up to the standard she is now.
So you did the paint job, the mechanics, and all of the work that I see done inside here?
Absolutely, yes. In fact, my beloved wife helped me do all the leather interior. Yeah, she was a great help.
It looks like a lot of love has gone into it.
Oh, a lot of work, a lot of love, and a lot of nervous energy as well.
It's always that way. From its conception, Ferraris have been synonymous with speed, performance, elegance, and of course, success, driven only by the rich and famous. The Ferrari is the brainchild of the late Enzo Ferrari, who himself was a great race car driver, which best explains Ferrari's involvement and domination of F1 racing. And each is still produced with the same passion and design values as it always was. And of course, each is still handcrafted in Italy. To buy one, it'll cost you more than twice the average price of a medium Perth home. John, thanks for taking me for a ride. I think it's going to take a while to get this smile from my face.
No problems, Aaron.
Coming up, I look at how to get more of your personality into your car. That's next on Zoom TV. Your fashion, your voice, even your attitude. Everybody has a way of expressing themselves, but for those who really want to stand out, sometimes just changing your hair colour doesn't cut it. Sometimes you need to go as far as getting a whole new Soul, a new 2011 Kia Soul that is. If you want a car that stands out, it doesn't get much better than this. From its sleek cube design, its sporty creative upholstery, even down to the name, this car is a driving exclamation mark. The best thing about the Kia is that no two Souls are the same. With over 2,000 customisable combinations, including 6 different colour choices, you can totally design your own statement. Now, it's available in manual, but today I thought this red automatic number was just what the doctor ordered. It goes without saying the Kia is hot to look at, and it shows it off too. With a keyless entry, electric outside mirrors, black tusk bumpers, fender side indicators, and its signature chrome grille, it's hard to ignore. The Soul's beautiful style carries on the inside as well. It comes standard with iPod and MP3 inputs and an LCD display, which is simple, but it does give you lots of information. Now, there's aircon, the much appreciated Bluetooth for your phone, and all this is looked after by the sexy leather steering wheel controls. The Kia Soul is surprisingly roomy too, with adjustable seats you can fit anything from the shopping bags to a mountain bike in the back. And who says you can't party whilst driving? Keep the passengers entertained with the impressive speaker lights that will keep the show on the road. Driving the Soul is a great experience. It comes in a 1.6 litre petrol engine, but this one is the diesel model. It's comfortable, smooth, it has great suspension and only uses an incredible 5.2 litres per 100 k's. You can drive with complete confidence too. The Kia comes standard with ABS brakes, electronic stability control, front, side and curtain airbags, and even seatbelt reminders on all seats. Plus, the Soul has achieved a 5-star NCAP safety rating, so you can't get much safer than that. Backed by Kia's unlimited kilometre 5-year warranty, don't you think it's time to take expressing yourself to a new level? Experience the Soul for yourself and get a great deal from John Hughes Kia in Vic Park, or get all the details from zoomtv.com.au. Well, that's it for another show, but don't forget, if you would like any more information from the stories featured on today's show, just go to our website, zoomtv.com.au. There you'll find heaps of amazing deals from our sponsors, and if you would like your business or product featured on the show, just send us an email. Until next week, bye for now.